No, we're making a transition to the question of the public seal. Last week, there's a conversation that emerged. The government spokesperson had opinions about where the public seal is. Watch.
The head of public service is the #1 public servant in this country. And he has the seal of the president. He is the one who executes that which the president wants to be done. He helps to run the government on a daily basis. And so therefore, people who are resisting change in state corporations, in ministries, departments, and agencies are not amused, because for the first time, we are seeing a head of public service who is resolute, who is determined to weed out corruption, and there are those who are resisting change when it comes to issues to do with e-procurement.
Now, 3 days later, he realized that's not the case. Watch.
The public seal is actually under the custody of the Attorney General as per Article 9 of the Constitution. And if we look at the Office of the Attorney General Act, Clause 2 on definition of terms, it clearly states exactly that. And so therefore, this needs to go on record that the public seal is not with the head of public service, it is with the Attorney General. And that is misinformation, disinformation, that came as a result of a process in Parliament. Then, of course, it was deleted. It was a proposal. It never went through. And we want to tell, media houses to verify their facts before they publish that, because I think that is what created the momentum. So, as a government spokesman, we withdraw and clarify that one, so that then we get the position right. And this should be on the record.
Okay, so the government spokesperson is inviting the media to verify their facts. Yeah. The facts are coming from him. Yeah. Then he changed them. So we verify. Oh, okay, I don't know how we're going to verify that. But the law is on our side, because Section 28 of the Attorney General's Act, Office of the Attorney General Act, provides that the Attorney General shall have custody of the public seal of the Republic of Kenya. Last year, there was an amendment, a proposal to hand it over to the head of public service. But that appears to have been rejected or deleted. Speaker, help us, because you're a lawyer, understand the essence of the public seal and where exactly it is at this moment, because this question has really caused a lot of reactions online with a lot of claims that the public seal is at State House.
First of all, it's very unfortunate for the government spokesman to actually confuse the whole country. Because right now, as we stand, we don't know where that seal is. Because he has told us on one mouth that it is with the head of civil service, and he uses a very unfortunate statement that the head of the public service is the civil service #1, of civil servant #1. I'd like to educate Mr. Mwaura and tell him there's a difference between a public officer or a civil servant and a state officer. A state officer is on an appointive status. A civil servant is a government employee who is on permanent and pensionable terms, which Koski, the head of the public service, is not. Number two, let's go by the first argument that the seal is with the head of the public service. Now, the purpose of the seal is to seal deals for government. It's like a lawyer, where you come to me as your lawyer, and I drew agreements for you and the other party, and we seal that agreement and sign on it. Now, the public seal, or rather the government lawyer, is the Attorney General. If any deal in this country has been done and sealed with that seal, and signed a signature, which is not the Attorney General or the government lawyer, Attorney General, Wakili is here, you tell us that deal or that agreement, transaction is null and void ab initio, from the beginning. Now, what will happen later? If another regime comes and finds there was a deal here that was signed and the public seal was impressed on it and signed, and that the person who signed that was not the government lawyer, the Attorney General, then that deal will be trashed. Just like you go to the so-called what do you call these lawyers who are not in any?
Quacks.
Quacks. And there are quacks in this town who are lawyers, and they have everything, including stamps and seals.
Yeah.
And then they seal and sign it for you.
Mheshimiwa Mkonje, your mic is hot.
If that case will ever go to court, and a dispute arises, and the court realizes that this person was not a bona fide legal person to sign to append the signature on this deal, that deal or that agreement is now and void from the start. Okay. It will be trashed. So let me finish by saying this. This thing that Mwaura is talking about is a very serious issue. This seal is the one that makes even loans, because if the government is borrowing any money from IMF or from any country or grants or any agreements to lease land in this country, to lease properties like the JKIA, and that seal was not, done by the legalized person allowed by the law, and another regime comes, my friend, Mr. Mwaura, you are the advisor to the president. And you are among the very many advisors to His Excellency the President William Ruto. Please advise him correctly and legally and help him that the deals that he shall make with that seal, other than being appended by and sanctioned by the Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya, and another regime will come, everything will be trashed, and we would like to warn those people who are making deals with the current government, either foreigners or the locals, that when you do that deal and the Attorney General is not the one appending his signature on it, that document will be trashed on the first day, and you shall lose your money, and you shall go nowhere. Even if you go to ICC or to the East African Court of Appeal or to whatever place you go, you shall have lost your money. Mr. Mwaura advised the president, if that seal is with the head of the public service, my friend Kosgei, return it to Sharia House immediately. But like yesterday.
Does the law allow an advocate to sign for Attorney General?
No. The Attorney General
it has to be him. It has to be her in this
case. The Wakili is here. The Attorney General is serving the government of Kenya 25 hours a day. 24. There is not 25. You must add another hour. That's in case of any problem. You must another hour. Okay. It's not 24 hours. It's 25 hours.
All right. Senator, what do you make of this? And should you even be concerned? Because, yes, custodian, but does custodian mean the one who impresses this seal or just keeps?
There are only two times when you can be allowed to sign a document on behalf of the government, when you sign what is called a note verbal, and that is given directly. In fact, it can either be signed by the president or by the Minister for Foreign Affairs. This issue, I don't think this issue is about this seal, Sami. This issue is talking about the person who has the job of Attorney General. That is all. The president does not have the trust and belief that the person he has given the responsibility of advising him on legal matters cannot keep that seal. So if I was her, I would resign. It basically says that the president has no confidence in you. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
There's nothing else.
Mheshimiwa Mkonje.
Yeah, I just want to say, number one, I really pity where we have gotten as a country, where the government spokesperson can contradict himself without any repercussion. We have set the bar too low on what it requires for us to discipline people who are actually serving this regime. And I'll say that, of course, if at all the public seal is with the head of public service, that's an illegality and is actually meant to avoid issues to do with checks and balances, and maybe go against the required procedure that is required for us to do these deals. And I am shocked that the current Attorney General has not given any statement up to now on this matter. It really gives me a lot of things to ask on why. And I wonder how many things that have happened since Mwaura, because I choose to believe his first statement that the seal is with the Hobbs. I choose to believe him the first time, because the second time it looked like he was. I have heard there are loans that are being taken, syndicate loans, that are being taken, and the National Assembly is not aware, against the fuel levy, with over $464 million already having been taken, with 8 years repayment time. And these are loans that National Assembly has never gotten aware of. And I wonder whether that is the level of oversight that the National Assembly is lacking. And good thing we have the chairman Jailak here, because of course Article 156 that really defines the roles of the Attorney General is very clear, and we have not amended the Constitution in any way. So I want to actually get to the National Assembly. We have already I've already written a statement to inquire how many deals have been sealed, how many contracts, how many diplomatic documents have been signed after the seal was taken to head of public service. Because we need to know, Kenyans need to know. Okay. And it is important for
you believe it's not with the Attorney General?
No, I don't believe this fella.
No, okay. So tell me, Mheshimiwa Mukunji, you're saying that syndicated loans of up to $464 million, yes. This converts to 60.3 billion shillings.
Yes.
Who has taken this for what?
This is being called secularization of
securitization.
And
it was actually more. It was 175 billion shillings.
Yes. I'm told it's more now. I'm just telling you more than 464 million.
You think Parliament should have known that?
Absolutely. These are things that. What do you mean, Sam?
No.
We are the watchful eye of the public. Things like loans cannot be taken by the executive without the National Assembly having a say on it.
But the law was changed.
And Chairman,
it's in the law.
Yes,
just hold on.
right.
Last year,
Thank you.
Mheshimiwa Mukunji,
yes.
Last year, I think around July, the national government gazetted 7 shillings addition on the fuel levy to now be 25 shillings per litre. This year, I think it was in the month of March or April, the Cabinet Secretary for Transport, Davis Chirchir, indicated that the 7 shillings would be used to would be securitized so that you can get some 175 billion shillings now to clear pending bails on roads. Should Parliament know this? Does it know?
The truth is the position in the law.
Yeah.
Borrowing and what have you is done by the executive. Number one. Number two, we have a pending bill called treaty making and agreements, whereby we now want to bring all treaties, agreements, borrowings like what we have, because those are agreements brought to Parliament to participate over a certain amount of money, to participate in the process of borrowing, making treaties, etc.
Yeah.
It's a bill. That's what I would say. And
so as of now, does Parliament know officially?
Parliament ought to know through the Finance Committee, because the Finance Committee is informed on all matters
of
finance.
They don't know.
All right?
Nobody knows.
To the best of my knowledge, as chairman of JLAC, I may not know, but that is not within my purview.
No, it's okay. It's his answer.
No. It's with the purview of the Finance Committee.
Okay.
And Finance Committee
you don't know or you don't care.
Represents Parliament. No. That is number one.
Please don't go there.
Number two.
Allow him to make his statement. Go ahead, Chairman.
Okay. Number two, there are two publics. There are many publics. There are many seals. That's how we should start. I was about to support Mwaura because the first statement he makes is the president's seal. That's what he said. And there is a president's seal. This is hold on. It's not found in the statutes. But he has a seal when he appoints cabinet secretaries and PSs. After he executes the document, you will see the head of public appending a seal. That is the president's seal. That is the OPS. or wherever they keep it.
Where is it found?
That I will not state which law is with it.
No, you will tell us
because let me tell you the truth.
No, let me tell you why. Because the Constitution and what schedule is this? I don't know what schedule it is. The emblems of the country.
The emblems of the country.
Yes.
The D of it is the public seal, and it's indicated.
The public seal?
It's the seal you see that has the coat of arms.
I agree.
Of the Kenya government.
I agree.
So the president has a different seal.
But the High Court also has a seal. Is it part of the
No,
emblem?
that's not what you're talking about. I'm asking about the public seal.
I also have a seal.
The seal, I'm going to it, public seal.
So how does...
The public seal...
No, this is a question of information.
The public seal...
I'm asking for information,
Yes.
Chairman.
Yes.
So the president's seal, what are the features of it?
I'm not a nene. That I confirm, I'm not aware, because what I'm talking about is what I know in law. When he appoints cabinet secretaries, their letters of appointment or whatever instruments are sealed. I don't believe they are sealed with the public seal.
Sami.
Because public
They're sealed in
seal
court.
is supposed to bind the country.
Sami.
It's for international relations. The public seal, if you read what it is for international relations.
Where do I read that?
Sami.
Because, as you're saying, any document, any instrument out of binding two countries, a cabinet secretary is not bound to Kenya by a seal.
Is bound by what?
He's bound by the appointment by the president.
No.
That's why he serves.
But
he's serving the country.
Sami.
Just listen to me.
Sorry,
It's just misinforming the public.
allow him to make his answer. It's his answer.
You're
Make
giving
the
him
point
all the
because,
time.
because you see
just
what I'm saying.
speaking, Mheshimiwa Mukunji. Yeah.
There are many seals. Many entities have seals. All right?
Yeah.
We may not find them in any particular law book, but the public seal, which
Do they have any legal consequence?
No legal backup.
you see, the problem with the entities, apart from human beings, sign documents through a thumbprint. Your own signature or a thumbprint. For corporates, parastatals, and other entities that have legal persons, do it through the seal. A human being will sign, but you must affix seal.
Sorry, so
Let me
Just listen. A sovereign.
No, wait.
A sovereign like the country.
Yeah.
And that's why we have it in the law. A sovereign like the country, Kenya, is bound by a public seal. That is relations between Kenya and any other person which have legal effect through a public seal. So he talked about the president's seal. And for that, I wouldn't have had a problem with it until he went to correct himself.
So the president does not work for himself. He works for the country, isn't it?
He works for the
Can
country.
he use a seal that is not public?
Well, to sign documents that are executive president, he may. Because even
consequence?
let's define, Sam, let's define what is a public seal.
A public
Let me
seal-
say what is a public seal.
a public seal.
No, let me help you, Mheshimiwa.
Yes.
Okay.
Listen to this. A public seal is the official national signature.
Yeah.
Okay? Used to authenticate agreements and decisions made by the government on behalf of the people.
Correct.
That's the
Appointment.
simple description of a public.
So what is a president's seal? If he
Now, I'm hearing it for the
If
first
it
time.
exists.
There is nothing
That
like
there is,
that.
All right.
Never had of
Let's
that.
move on to the
Sami,
public seal.
Sami, let me just
You know,
something small.
Chairman
The
came
reason why
prepared.
we
I've
are
not
dis-
finished.
the-
Chairman came
I'll
prepared
get
to
to
defend the
reason
government.
why
I have
we are
not finished.
discussing this.
Chairman came
Senator?
to defend the government.
Honorable.
No.
Just a
And is
minute.
now even
Just one minute,
saying
then-
Mwaura meant a presidential seal.
No.
No, you said it.
Surely.
No, you said it.
Let me say
Okay.
this.
Why was he
Senator,
contradicting himself
my brother,
later?
Chairman, you have the
Surely, my
But,
friend.
Senator?
Sam, I wish I finished this one so that
Don't
we
sweat
can
on
get from
this.
there. Just a minute.
No, Mheshimiwa.
No,
Let's
just let me finish this,
Senator's
Mheshimiwa,
been
just a
waiting for a
minute.
moment.
The
Yes, Senator.
story of the seal is as relevant as the day when Justin Muturi left his office. That is the reason why the disagreements came up.
Yeah.
Muturi was being asked, and he has stated that publicly, to sign and seal off agreements which were fake, including Adani and any other.
And Russia.
The story ends there. The other issues we are discussing here, waste of time.
You'll have the final word. What did you want
I
to
wanted
say?
to finish by describing this seal. Listen what it further describes. It also authorizes transactions that shape Kenya's economy and sovereignty.
Yes.
These functions,
Rational deals.
listen to this, these functions, if properly executed, ensure national development. However, they also carry grave risks if misused.
Okay.
And now this is where now.
That's
I see
the point.
Yes.
All right.
Let me finish.
That's okay, Speaker. I think the point.
I think the point is made.
Your final word. Finish.
This way. Number one, when Mwaura talked about the president's seal, I wouldn't have bothered with him. All right? Because it's not the public seal, if it exists. Because I see people appending it when appointments are made at what have you. But the public seal, which is the seal of the sovereign, and you've used the word sovereign there, because our country is sovereign.
Yeah.
Kenya is not bound on anything that is not under public seal. Now, the question is, where is the public seal? According to the laws, and you've read it very well, what the law is today, the public seal is supposed to be with the AG. And I believe he has it. I believe Muturi had it. The reason he said he was told to go and sign the documents and seal them somewhere, which means he was actually carrying it. Or
so why was that attempt to move it to the office of the head of public service?
in the policy decisions, what happened was, it's good to say it, eh?
Yeah.
When we were when we were legalizing, legislating on the Office of Hopes, through an amendment to the National Government Administration Act, sometime 2023 or when it was, I can't remember. Some of the responsibilities of Hopes, which were set out in Section 5, included custody of the official seal. All right? The public seal.
Yeah.
Of course, we looked at it. We couldn't understand why this was happening.
Why you told what the intention
was? Because the law is very clear.
Why you told what the intention was?
When it came to us, we had to do public participation.
Why you told what the intention was?
No. You know, when the law is brought by the executive, you may not know the intention. That's why we had to do public participation. And we did public participation.
Chairman, why you told what the intention was?
The intention was moving a function from one state officer to another state officer.
It's the constitution of Kenya.
What was being cured with that?
No, you are going to get into fake.
That is number one.
Yes. Legal censure.
Number two, we did our work as the National Assembly. Let's not move.
That's okay.
Let's not move behind it.
Chairman, I've heard you. Thank you so much.
Let's move behind it.
We're out of time.
The truth is, in my view,
is
the AG as the custody of the public seal.
Yeah.
And when they have to seal documents, they have to carry it wherever to be used. However, that was Mwaura. He made one statement. He used the president's seal. Then later he clarified, possibly I didn't mean the president's seal. I meant the public seal, which I don't think he should have done anyway. But he did it.
The law is very clear, indeed. Let's take a look at the feedback that has come to us at Citizen TV Kenya. Sam Gichuku, the hashtag to use the Citizen Daybreak, on what you're saying this morning. Babu Michael, I can't believe anyone can defend what happened to MP Koimburi. This comes just days after the death of MP Ongondo, which many Kenyans condemned in the strongest terms possible. What has just happened to Koimburi is strikingly similar. It's truly unfortunate. MC Rumaz, is Kenya now a banana republic? I thought our country was governed by the rule of law. We are sliding dangerously into anarchy. Extrajudicial killings and abductions have become the order of the day. It's, if someone has broken the law, take them to court. Bobo Tiano, the NGCDF became obsolete with the promulgation of the 2010 Constitution under the devolved system of governance. Without it, many MPs fear becoming irrelevant to voters, which is why they are desperately clinging to it. Franco Rinde, the NGCDF blurs the line between lawmakers and project implementers, fuels corruption and undermines devolution. It's time to scrap it and channel resources through accountable devolved systems that truly serve Kenyans. And finally, Lekki Sean Laban, the government is setting up a dangerous tone ahead of 2027, now abducting dissenting MPs, silencing critics, and just thumping, tear-gassing opposition rallies. Are we back to where even peaceful dissent is criminalized? Kenya deserves better. That is Lekki Sean, who is writing to us this morning. And finally, I honestly feel NGCDF is helping Kenyans in the most desired way, though it's used by the MPs for three things: as a campaign tool for re-election, second, to change the lives of the constituents, and three, to get some money to swindle. Okay. It's feedback. Let's not have an argument about it. Asante, Senator Richard Onyonka, who wanted to leave earlier, is very happy now to conclude the show. Stephen Dishu, former Kiambu Speaker, and former MP for Juja, Gitonga Mukunji from Manyata, and Gitonga Murugara from Tharaka. I hope we are at peace now.
We are cheese, absolutely.
Can I say something about
No, you can't.
my MP?
We were debating.
Okay, all right. I just need to make sure that you're at peace. And tomorrow, all the best with the National Prayer Day. And my name is Sam Gituku. Up next is Mata Social. Stay tuned and pray for this country. Bye for now.